I wish you health, dear Ukrainian people. At this time, restoration works are still going on in the regions where Russian missiles have hit today. We're doing everything possible to restore energy and water supplies, and we will do that. Russian terrorists have no missiles that could hit the Ukrainian desire to live civilized, and to take care of each other. And if someone in Kremlin has listened to their crazy propaganda and decided that the darkness in Ukraine will help to put pressure on Ukrainians, then let them not be surprised at their losses when they see how Ukrainians are conducting negotiations, quote-unquote, in the dark. Today, our Air Force and all those involved in the protection of the sky worked very well. We managed to save most of the objects that the terrorists targeted. Only this morning, terrorists used 55 cruise missiles for massive attack. 45 of them were shot down. I'm grateful to the entire Air Force Command for this result. South, North, East, and West, all units of defense forces involved in the protection of our skies. In addition, 4 more Russian helicopters were shot down today, 3 Ka-52 attack helicopters and 1 Mi-8. Of course, we will continue to strengthen our air defense, but already now for every 10 hit terrorists have to spend at least 4 times more missiles. Russia's performance on drones is even worse, including those supplied by their Iranian allies. And the world sees this. It sees that the former second army of the world is no longer even the 22nd in the terms of its effectiveness. And we will do everything to make it the second 100, and it will be so. I would like to especially mention the units and employees of the State Emergency Service of Ukraine who eliminated the consequences of those terrorist attacks last week and today also. They worked even despite the threat of repeated attacks and extinguished dozens of fires. I am grateful to all power engineers, employees of public utilities, local self-governments, regional administrations, to each and every person who returns our life to normal. Equally grateful to our people, who each at their own level guarantee that there will be a response to these terrorists. There will be an answer on the battlefield. I want to remind that the total level of losses of the Russian occupants' personnel is almost 7,000. There will be a response to terrorists in the international relations as well. Complete international isolation of the terrorist state is just a matter of time. There will be a response in the terms of criminal responsibility. All those involved in the Russian terror, all those who organized, carried out, and justified will be held accountable before the international court. Each new Russian strike on our civilian objects only facilitates and brings closer the international consensus on Russia's responsibility. And the wreckage of the Russian missile that fell on the territory of Moldova only reminds us how important it is to defend ourselves together against evil, against this racism which does not recognize either state borders or human lives. Today, Prime Minister of the Czech Republic, one of our biggest friends, visited us in Ukraine. The Czech Republic is currently presiding in the Council of the European Union, and this is how Russia treats European structures. During the visit of Czech representative, 55 cruise missiles have hit. However, no matter what Moscow thinks, Ukraine takes care of itself and does its own thing. Today, we signed a special declaration on Euro-Atlantic integration of our country with Prime Minister. The Czech Republic confirmed that it would support Ukraine's membership in NATO. The declaration also contains specific directions of our cooperations for the implementation of NATO standards in Ukraine. We start the work with the signing of such declarations with all NATO members. I spoke with German Chancellor Scholz. I thanked him for the Iris-T air defense system and informed on the results achieved by the German system. We discussed the possibility of increasing German support for Ukraine, particularly in the restoration of our infrastructure after the terrorist attacks. I also spoke with the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres, informed him on the new level of escalation due to Russian sanctions. Terror against Ukrainian energy facilities and against the background of Russian attempts to aggravate the global food crisis are obvious proofs that Russia will continue to oppose itself to the entire international community. And if so, Russia has no place in the UN Security Council and all other international structures. I am grateful to both Mr. Scholz and Mr. Guterres for the support of our actions aimed at preserving the grain export initiative and preventing large-scale famine in some regions of the world. It is very important now to prevent this global destabilization that Russia wants and seeks, and we can prevent it. Today I have signed 3 decrees of the awarding for our warriors. 406 servicemen of the armed forces of Ukraine have been decorated with state awards. I would like to thank the soldiers of the National Guard of Ukraine who are performing tasks in the Donetsk region. They perform them accurately and efficiently. They skillfully defend their positions and put considerable pressure on the racists. Thank you guys, thank you for this. Thank you for everyone who teaches Russia that neither by army, nor by terror, nor by anything else Russia will be able to conquer Ukraine. Glory to all our heroes, glory to our beautiful people, glory to Ukraine.